Freya's unusual wedding. Thor, god of thunder, mightiest of all the Aesir, the strongest, the bravest, the most valiant in battle, was not entirely awake, but he had the feeling that something was wrong. He reached out a hand for his hammer, which he always kept within reach while he slept. He fumbled around his eyes closed. He rubbed it about, reaching for the comfortable and familiar shaft of his hammer. No hammer. Thor opened his eyes. He sat up. He stood up. He walked around the room. There was no hammer anywhere. His hammer was gone. Thor's hammer was called Mjolnir. It had been made for Thor, but it was broken in three. It was one of the treasures of the gods. If Thor hit anything with it, that thing would be destroyed. If he threw the hammer at something, the hammer would never miss his target, and would always fly back through the air and return to his hand. He could shrink the hammer down and hide it inside his shirt, and he could make it grow again. It was a perfect hammer in all things except one. It was slightly too short in the handle, which meant that Thor had to swing it one-handed. The hammer kept the gods of Asgard safe from all danger that menaced them and the world. Frost giants and ogres, trolls and monsters of every kind. All were frightened of Thor's hammer. Thor loved his hammer, and his hammer simply was not there. There were things Thor did when something went wrong. The first thing he did was ask himself if what had happened was Loki's fault. Thor pondered. He did not believe that even Loki would have dared to steal his hammer. So he did the next thing that he did when something went wrong, and he went to ask Loki for advice. Loki was crafty. Loki would tell him what to do. "Don't tell anyone," said Thor to Loki, "but the hammer of gods can be stolen." "That," said Loki, making a face, "is not good news. Let me see what I can find out." Loki went to Freya's hall. Freya was the most beautiful of all the gods. Her golden hair tumbled about her shoulders, and it glinted in the morning light. Freya took us prowled the room, eager to pull her chariot. Around her neck, as a golden and shining as her hair, glinted the necklace of the Brimstone, made for Freya, but it was far underground. "I'd like to borrow your feather cloak," said Loki. "The one that lets you fly." "Absolutely not," said Freya. "That cloak is the most valuable thing I possess. It's more valuable than gold. I'm not having you wearing it and going around and making a mischief." "Thor's hammer has been stolen," said Loki. "I need to find it." "I'll get you the cloak," said Freya. Loki put on the feather cloak and took to the air in a falcon shape. He flew beyond Asgard. He flew deep into the line of giants, looking for something unusual. Beneath him, Loki saw a huge grey mound, and sitting on it, painted a duller color, was the highest, ugliest orb of a giant he had ever seen. When the orb saw Loki in a falcon shape, he grinned a sharp-toothed grin and waved. "What's up with the Aesir, Loki? What's the news from the elves? And why you have come alone into the lines of giants?" Loki landed beside the orcs. "There is nothing but bad news from Asgard, and nothing but bad news from the elves." "Really?" said the orc, and he chuckled to himself, as if he were extremely pleased with something he had done, and thought himself remarkably clever. Loki recognized that sort of chuckle. Sometimes he did it himself. The orc scratched his armpit, and he chuckled once more. "I might," he admitted. Then he said, "How's Freya? Is she as beautiful as they say?" If you like that sort of thing, said Lucky. Oh, I do, said the orc. I do. There was another uncomfortable silence. The orc put the dog collar down on a pile of dogs' collars and began to play. I have told Hama, the orc told Lucky. I have hidden it so beneath the earth that nobody could ever found it, not even Odin. I am the only one who could bring it up again, and I will return it to Thor if you bring me what I want.